Heated vest sure is nice, man, especially on a day like today. Warm up a little bit, but it's still not great temperatures, man. This thing is great. Oh, hey guys. Just talking to myself a little bit. Actually, you've seen by the thumbnail by now, I'm here by myself. So we'll be doing a quick review on the, sorry about that, New View Hunting Heated Vest. And I don't know how well you can see that. Right now it's on red. It's the high. Basically there's probably 100 different heated vests out there on the market, and they pretty much all do the same thing. So I'm just going to do a little quick review on this one, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, which really ain't nothing. And just said I'll tell you a little bit about the story here first. But like I said, it's like every other heated vest. Right here's the heating element, or how you get it started. If you hold on, it's turned off now. You hold on for about 3 seconds. It comes on. You know how you can see that, but it's flashing blue, green, and red. Press it one time, it's on the blue. That's the low setting. Press the second time, it's on the green. Press it again, it's on the red. That's the high setting. And then you hold it in. And like I said, it's basically whatever vest. Let me tilt this down just a little bit and I'll step back. This is the large. Where you can see that. Sorry about that, I'm by myself. This is large. And I am about 5'9", 5'10" in that area. I'm about 200 pounds. Not sure about my chest size. My waist size is about 30. I wear 36 in pants. Some of them are loose on me, some of them are a little snug, but that's about how my waist size is, if that matters on this. This does come down. I don't know how well you can see it. Like I said, about below my hips. It comes down to about, I can get into my pockets right here pretty easily with it, but it comes down just below my waist. Like I said, this is a large. It fits me pretty well. I've actually got a long sleeve t-shirt underneath this, and I've got a pretty thick sweatshirt underneath it. And I've still got room in here. It's not tight on me at all. It does have a little bit of a stand-up collar. Basically, it's got two, sorry about that again here. It's got two pockets right here on the front, two very spacious pockets with snaps. And on the inside, the only thing it has on the inside is the one pocket where your battery goes. And like I said, it has a cord here. And it's a pretty spacious pocket. You can put some other stuff in there too if you need to. Like I said, basically it's like every other heated vest. And I'm going to go in a little detail and tell you why I picked this one over a couple other ones. I was actually down to this one and the Tide Weed. They had one very similar to this. And I ordered this thing, I don't know, early November, mid-November. It took about 10 days for this thing to come in. Our gun season starts the week of Thanksgiving every year. That Monday is the opening of our gun season. This thing come in it took about 10 days, I think, when I ordered it, but it come in like 2 or 3 days before our gun season come in. And as you guys well know, I had my surgery about mid-November, so I think I might have got one hunt in before gun season. I think that weekend, I went hunting that weekend before gun season started. And I can't remember if it was in then or not. I can't remember. It came in that Friday or Saturday. I can't remember. Anyway, but I did wear it the very first evening I wore it. It was relatively warm. It was about 50 degrees. I did wear it. I didn't have to turn it on. It wasn't until the second hunt that I wore it that I actually turned it on and tried it. And after that hunt, I actually kind of mixed it up a little bit, because during that hunt, I have a merino wool base layer. I think it's like considered their medium weight in base layers, the company I got this thing from several years ago. And it's kind of basically like what I got on now, just a long sleeve t-shirt type. It's not real thick, it's not real thin. And I had this thick sweatshirt on over top of it. Then I had this on, and then I had my Huntworth jacket over top of that. And I turned this thing on. First I had it on low. It was about like today. It was just a little cool, wasn't terrible. I turned it on low. I really couldn't feel anything except for in the neck. And then I turned it on medium. I could feel it a little bit more. I turned it on hot, I could really feel it. But this thing on hot, it gets hot. As far as battery life goes, as far as, what each setting goes, after that first initial use that I actually used the heat, I used it about 3 or 4 more times after that, and I found that medium worked pretty good for me. But I switched things up a little bit. I started putting just my base layer on, and then I would put this on and zip it up. And I didn't wear this sweatshirt anymore. I've got a hoodie, an extra large. Actually, it was my wife's. I actually stole my wife's hoodie, but it's a camouflage hoodie she's had for years. She don't wear it that much, but it's extra large, and I put it on over top of this, and then I put my Huntworth jacket on over top of that. And I did like 3 hunts like that, and I put this thing on medium, and where it was a lot closer to my skin, it wasn't directly on my skin because of my base layer, but it was closer to my skin. It worked out perfect. Even on, there was a couple days it was pretty chilly, and I had probably a couple hunts. It was in that 4.5 hour range, and by the time I got back to the house and checked the battery, it was still about halfway, or maybe just over halfway, still full on the battery. So that was at medium heat. You know, obviously more the higher you use it, the more obviously it's going to use the battery up. So basically, anyway, that's how I wore it after that first initial hunt, and it worked out perfect. And like I said in the beginning, I'm going to try to tell you what I like and what I don't like about it. What I don't like about it, nothing. This thing is perfect. I really, really enjoy it. Like I said, I've only had a handful of hunts out of it so far. I've been able to utilize it. Like I said, the very first hunt, I didn't turn it on because it was just never got that cold. And I know of at least probably 4 hunts that I did use it, and it worked out great. And I can actually, it's on high right now. I can actually feel it through this heavy sweatshirt I got on. I can actually feel it. Now, I did say I come down between this and the Tide Weed heated vest. And I think the Tide Weed vest was like $20, $25 cheaper. That really wasn't an issue with me. But I did get a 15% discount code when I ordered this. So, I mean, it pretty much put it right there at the same price, just a couple, maybe $1 or $2 difference. But like I said, that didn't have the factor. The reason I picked this one. The reason I picked this one is because of where the heating elements are. And I'm going to tilt this down just a little bit. Like I said, it has a heating element in the back of the collar right here. I can't remember if the Tide Weed one did or not. I can't remember about that part, but the two things, the two heating element replacements in this one compared to the one I was looking at in Tide Weed was what made me choose this one. And I will say, there may be some out there that has like this, but almost every one I looked at, the heating elements was different. And when I'm talking about that, this one, the heating elements are right here in the chest. Like I can push on it right now. I can really, really feel that heat on my chest right now. And in the back, they are in the lower back where your kidney areas are, and I'm pushing in on it right now, and I can really feel it. They're about midway down the back. And almost, I mean, I'm going to say every one, but this one that I looked at, the heating elements were down lower next to the pockets, and I guess that's why maybe a lot of people keep their hands in there. I don't know, but the heating elements on the front was in the lot lower where the pocket area is, and the heating elements in the back were a lot higher in the upper part of the back, which I guess is still okay. It's still going to work. But the reason I chose this is because years ago, I used to go get those real big body warmers that had adhesives on one side, and I would go, like, I would put my base layer on, and I'd say if I was going to wear this hoodie or this sweatshirt or whatever else, on the inside, I would place 2 of those body warmers with the adhesive sticking in where they was right here above my chest, and then I would go on the back and stick 2 of them back here around my kidney area, because that's what it does. You know, your body circulates your blood like that, and when it gets extremely cold, the reason your hands and your feet get cold is it's just the way we're designed. Our body goes into survival mode, so to speak. That's how I've mentioned it, or how I've heard it mentioned before. And your body is trying to just really mainly keep all your organs alive so you stay alive. You can live without your hands and your feet. You know, when your organs inside, your heart, your lungs, your kidneys, liver, all that shuts down, then you're in trouble. So that's your body's, I thought I saw a deer down there. That's your body's way of surviving. That's why I like this vest right here in particular. Like I said, there may be some other ones out there, but I think about every one of them I looked at, the heating elements was reversed. So that was the key thing for me, is the heating elements were right up here next to my heart and lungs. And in the back, like I said, they're about midway down. I'd say midway to 3/4 of the way down the back. And like I said, I can press in on them, feel them right about that kidney area, and they work perfect. And like I said, this thing on medium, and that was a couple times I hunted in some, you know, it was probably in the 30-some degree temperatures with some pretty good breeze blowing. And of course, with my Huntworth gear, which I'm going to do a review on that one later, it has nothing to do with this review, but that is windproof, so that did help me on that part. But this thing, I am very, very, very pleased about it. The only thing I didn't like when I first tried it on was this collar, because it kind of don't you can kind of lay it down a little bit, but not do much moving. It kind of pops back up again. I didn't know if I really liked that or not. That was the only thing I didn't really care for. But I'm telling you, it made a difference on the heating, on that, feeling that little bit of heat on the back of your neck. It made a difference. Now I do wear a toboggan. I've got a neck gaiter that I wear, but yeah, when you, especially if you got a hoodie, you can flip that hoodie up over there, and that heating in the back of the neck hits it. Man, it's nice. That a little bit extra really helps. And plus, I don't know how well you can see it, but if you zip this thing all the way up, this thing's got a little bit of inner flap on it. It kind of overlaps to keep the zipper right there, but plus it kind of overlaps, I guess, to help keep some of the wind blowing out. And it's not tight around the neck at all. Like I said, this is a large, and like I said, I've got plenty of room in here. It's not tight on me at all. I've got a long sleeve t-shirt on, plus a pretty bulky sweatshirt on. And like I said, I'm about 5'9", 5'10", 200 pounds. I'm probably, I don't know, I figure I consider myself an average size guy. I wear a large in about everything. Like I said, I got an extra large hoodie that I put on over top of this, and it works out really great. So I know New View Hunting commented on my video that I did for the cameras. Guys, if you're watching this video, I think it's 100% worth the money. I love it. Now I will say, I recently saw a video from J&J True Outdoors, Jody and his son, that they got Tide weed heated vest in that were fleece, and they seem like pretty nice. I think they mentioned the heating elements, but I can't remember where they said theirs were. Like I said, I haven't. The one I looked at was kind of pretty much the same material as this, and it's not a loud material at all. I think it kind of feels like it might be a little bit waterproof. Very, very, very seldom probably will I be wearing this just as an hour later while I'm hunting. Time it gets cold enough for me to wear this, I'll probably be having some outer layers over top of this. There may be a very, very few occasions where I may be wearing this with nothing else on top of it. So I am not worried about the noise at all. It's not, I mean, I'm really scratching on it, and I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but I really can't hear anything about it. So like I said, I think it's very well worth the money. If you're looking for a heated vest, I would highly recommend one. Like I said, it's got two nice roomy pockets up here in the front, but I really, really think. Now, one thing I am going to do, I ain't worried about it right now, but I am going to contact Huntworth, sorry, New View Hunting. I am going to contact them probably next fall going into hunting season. I looked on the website, I didn't see it, to see if I can get a extra battery. Because like I said, I don't do a lot of all-day sets, but it would be pretty nice, or if they can recommend where I can get an extra battery pack, just to have an extra battery with me, if I end up doing like a 10 or 12 hour set, and temperatures are getting really cold where I got to kick this thing up a little bit, I don't want to run out of heat. So I ain't going to do that. Basically, that's pretty much it. This thing does come in with washing instructions, and it actually says to hand wash this thing, which I don't have any plans on, because I know a lot of battery operated heated stuff, like a pair of socks I got, they come with like a little mesh bag to wash them in. I washed them one time. I don't know if that was what happened to it, or if it just a wire got loose while wearing them and something in the sock got loose. But one of the socks only works part-time. It don't always work halfway. And I'm wondering if it's because you washed the thing. Well, I don't have any plans on washing this thing, and before you get all grossed out, because basically when it gets cold enough for me to wear this, I'm not going to be sweating. I may wear it to the tree or whatever, but I ain't going to have a bunch of layers on me to get all hot and sweaty. So this thing won't get sweaty. And if I am fortunate enough to harvest an animal when I go to field dress it, I'll make sure and take this thing off so I don't get any blood on it. Now, if I do need to wipe it off with a rag or something, but I was reading the instructions this one that says do not put this in a washing machine and do not dry clean it. So it says the washing, if you do need to clean this thing, just do it with a damp cloth and I guess let it air dry, which basically, and I've got a scent system regimen that I've been doing for years. And when I first got this thing, like I said, I put it on my front porch. I sprayed it down with some Scent Assassin field spray that I use, and let it hanging outside for like 24 hours to let it air out to get the scent out of it. And then I put it with the rest of my clothes. And I'll do the same thing this year when hunting season rolls around, when I get ready to start using this thing. I'll do the same thing with my saddle. I don't ever wash my saddle, and I use it all summer long practicing. couple of days before season, I was just hanging out in my backyard on a clothesline, spray it out, let it air dry for a few days. So I plan on doing the same thing with this. The interior pretty much feels like the same material, but it's a dark green. Like I said, I really like it. New View Hunting heated vest. Like I said, you can get on the website and look at them. This is a large. Like I said, it fits me perfect, and there's really not one bad thing I can say about it. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I've been wanting to do this video, review. I got a couple more coming up, and I got another project I'm going to be working on here too. So I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you.